So I want to talk about gun-free zones today, and it's interesting when people talk about gun-free zones and people that don't really fully grasp what that means with regard to restricting law-abiding citizens from carrying a firearm. So all that a gun-free zone sign does is say, hey, criminals, the good people aren't going to have guns in this area. If somebody is a criminal, if somebody has malintent, a sign is not going to stop them. If somebody wants to cause harm, a sign is not going to stop them. The only thing that's going to stop somebody is somebody else. And if you disarm all of the citizens, it makes it a risk for other people to be in the area. I know a lot of people that ignore posted signs about carrying guns, and their motto, their saying is, better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6. And I get that to a point. The bigger issue is criminals are criminals. They're not gonna follow the law. So imposing additional laws and additional restrictions only restricts people that are already following the laws. And that's exactly what a gun-free zone is. It's an area where your law-abiding citizens, your good people, are gonna follow the laws. There was that shooting in the mall. Technically, that dude's not supposed to have a gun there. If he didn't have a pistol at that mall shooting to take out that shooter, how many people do you think would have been hurt? How many people do you think in all of these other mall shootings would have had a pistol had it been legal for them to do so? If you really think about it in those kind of terms, guns aren't really the issue. Not enforcing existing laws is the issue. And by not enforcing existing laws, you're just making it easier for the criminals. You know, they're hiring 87,000 IRS agents at whatever that cost. If they're really concerned about gun violence, why aren't they hiring people to enforce existing gun laws instead of lobbying to change the gun laws? There are tons of people that break the laws every single day that could easily be caught, arrested, fined. Hey, that's what the IRS is about, right? Revenue. Use an enforcement agency to enforce where enforcement is needed to protect our citizens. The IRS doesn't protect anything. Arming them is ridiculous. If the ATF had gotten funding to get additional agents, they could do a lot more planned enforcement activities. And it's a shame that that's not what's being considered. They're just passing laws that restrict honest, law-abiding individuals instead of enforcing pre-existing laws. I do gun shows just about every weekend, and I could point out a dozen people to the ATF that are buying and selling firearms without a license every single weekend. There are people that attend shows either as customers or as vendors. They get a table at the damn show and they're buying and selling guns. And yeah, they do catch those people, but honestly, it takes way too long. And it devalues our industry. And it makes those of us that have a federal firearms license that are doing everything by the book, it makes us look bad. Our government is not putting money where it needs to go and increasing our debt at the same time and not doing anything to protect our citizens. Enforce current laws. Don't make more laws. Gun-free zones are, I'm not going to say they're a joke. Yeah, I get the premise. Guns shouldn't be around kids. I get that guns shouldn't be around kids, but if the person's trained, responsible, the gun's not going to be around the kid. It's just going to be in the same building. The kid's not going to have access to it. So let's look at different alternatives. Let's figure something out other than disarming law-abiding citizens. Support the Second Amendment. Let's stop infringement. Like, subscribe, share. Thank you for watching.